I, I mean, I know the foyer is, I mean, I'm so thrilled with it, but I can honestly say so far, this is my favorite change, is this room. And this is obviously
Yes.
where we spend the most time.
Yeah.
Just to kind of recap, we had the brown furniture, we had a love seat over there, we had, a sofa over here, but we didn't have a sofa table. And I just love having this sofa table for when we're sitting in the kitchen looking in, this is what you see.
Right.
Instead of the back of a couch.
Right, and that's one of my pet peeves is staring at the back of a couch, particularly if it's a view like this.
That's
where,
right.
The focal point is in this room, you've got the fireplace, everything. All you see is the back of the sofa. And this is a perfect example of, you don't have to get anything huge and big and elaborate.
Right.
Just a little something on the end, place some pretty things, and that just.
And a lot of this stuff I already had. Some things,
Yes.
We did buy, but this is, one of my favorite
Right,
things,
right.
obviously.
Yeah.
And as we walk in, I am just loving this picture. It tells a story because I'm originally from New York, and it's a picture of New York. So not only do I love the colors in it, but it tells a story of, that I'm from New York.
Right. I mean, and I think, like in the very first time we met here, I said, if we have an inspiration
That's
piece
right.
that has some color to it, we start pulling colors from that inspiration piece, and this was our inspiration
That's right.
for this whole room.
And
it was a perfect one, again, because it's New York, the size worked, the colors worked, and you can see that even just like this little bit of rust we
That's
pulled
right.
in. Like
The colors, yeah.
We just were able to build from this picture.
Right.
So that it was a cohesive look instead of just piecemealing it together. So the pillows.
And obviously the lighter furniture in here just lightens up the room. And I love these lamps. I know, because we have a pool, so we were wanting to also bring in sort of like a poolish colors in here, and I just feel like these lamps are just so
They're
spectacular.
cool, they're funky. We
Yes.
were a little worried about Eddie, like, is he gonna think we lost?
Yeah, my husband was a little like,
Yeah. But it kind of looks like water.
Yes, it does.
In the evening, it gives a different look than during the daytime. They're cool. They're
Yes,
just cool.
they
They're
are.
unique. You're not going to see those in your neighbor's
Exactly.
house.
That's right. And obviously we have this table which was up in my bonus room. So again, we just used what we already had, and then we found these end tables, at home. So again, we're not spending a ton of money, and we used what we had where we could, and I just love the way that these go together.
Yes. When I saw this table, because we were going to get a new car.
That's right, we were.
And I was like, oh, I really think this could work, considering the different colors that we're using. I think the square, I think the size, it has some character to it, and it saves us from having to buy something else.
That's right.
And I do think it works really well in here.
That's right.
And then you fell in love with this rug.
This rug is fantastic. We got this in HomeGoods.
Yes.
And the colors just happened to go perfectly with the pictures and everything that we were doing, and it's light. And so again, it's like the little pops of color, but keeping the light, the theme in the room.
Right. This blue, the pops of gold, that's where,
That's
again, just that cohesive look. It doesn't have to be matchy, but you really want it to go well. And we were a little iffy. We were like, we're not sure about the rug. So we left, we shopped around.
We did.
We came back, and we thought it wasn't there. And that's when we knew.
I know, we're like, wait, where is it? And then we found it.
We were like, it had moved over, or they had put new rugs in, so it wasn't in the same place. And we were like, man, we should have gotten that rug. And then there it was, so we were like, get it, we need it. So
and remember, I had my shrine here.
Oh,
my family, all my family pictures. Now, so we sprinkled some family pictures around, and I will of course keep those pictures. It's not like I'm getting rid of them or anything, but we just decided to do a different look here. Now, this mirror,
Musical mirrors.
musical mirrors, was in my bathroom. And so I love that we found a place for that. And here I had a kind of another shrine of my family. I have pictures of everybody.
But this was a lovely moment for me, because I said, you know, you have some really pretty pieces of pottery kind of scattered about.
Yes.
And, you know, do you collect pottery? And you were like, I don't know. Do I collect pottery? So we did buy a couple of pieces.
Yes.
But I felt like this was a really pretty way
Yes.
of putting things together that you don't even really realize that you have a collection of something unless
Right.
you display it in a way. And
Yes.
I think it just worked out beautifully, where they were just kind of randomly in different places, and now it's like, oh, that's a great,
Yeah,
it's
I
like it was
love
meant
that.
for that, you know?
Yes. So this was a little bit of a controversy because
Pick your battles.
I know, you gotta pick your battles. We talked about putting the TV above the mantle.
Mhm.
Now Eddie, my husband, had just put the TV, made
Right.
this whole thing so you can pull the TV out and put it back, and he had just done that. And so I thought, just pick your battles. So we kept the TV here, but what I like about it is that it can be pushed
Yes,
back.
yes.
So you can still display other
Mhm.
things.
Right. And this was a good place, you know, to put some family pictures
That's
and,
right.
and that sort of thing. And
That's
that's
right.
good too. So.
And as far as the mantle, we really did, this clock we had in a different place.
Mhm.
So we put this clock here. I just changed out the candles to have the navy in there. This clock was in the foyer.
Mhm.
So we just put that there, and again, sprinkled some family pictures, so I
Right.
still have the
Mhm.
pictures. Here again, just having a nice little chair. I just got this little side ottoman right here, because if someone is sitting here, someone isn't sitting here all the time, so we usually would sit over here. But if someone is sitting here, I can always just come and put it right here.
Well, right, and the set came with a chair.
It did.
And we were like, you know what, this is more for conversation.
That's right.
But when the boys are home, or if you have extra people, just turn it around a little bit.
That's
for,
right.
You know, to watch TV. But I do think just having that extra seat in
Yes.
here is nice.
Yes.
And it's not blocking your door, so that worked out.
Exactly. This I think is so unique.
Mhm.
Again, because of the pool, getting the pool vibe and that color. I mean, I don't even know what you would call these, but I just love them. They're wooden, and it kind of goes with the bowl right here. But I just love the uniqueness
Oh yeah,
of this.
so cool.
And this lamp I had in the dining room. No one really noticed it, and this actually was, my parents. It might even be like my great-grandmother's, now that I'm thinking of it. And again, this was in our dining room. We did get a new table here. Didn't spend a ton of money.
And we felt like we needed to add some light here. So I do
Yes.
feel like that was, I think we're gonna update the shade.
Yes,
still
we
haven't
are.
changed
We'll
the
replace the shade.
But, just really pretty little place to display some of these things that
Right.
have meaning.
And over here, I think I had a picture and everyone, or what, I don't even remember what I
Right.
had there. But I love, once again, you don't have to have one thing on each shelf. Having little groupings, we still have a couple pictures there, on both sides, and just added a little bit of splash of color, once again, to just go with the whole look of the room.
Right.
So I am so thrilled
I am
with this
too.
room.
I'm thrilled that you're thrilled, and to me, it's little splashes of you, where you're from.
That's right.
We still have the family pictures, but not the whole entire wall, which we are gonna take those upstairs.
Yes, we are.
And display those. So we're not gonna get rid of the family pictures, but I think it's a beautiful balance of family and the pottery, like we said, and just updating everything and adding some memories and just creating that homey feel without it being overwhelming family,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's hard to build a room off of just family pictures.
Yes, it is.
Right. So
Yes,
that
it
was
is.
a perfect inspiration
Exactly.
piece.
Well, yay! And onward to the living room.